Hello, and thank you for joining me today. I'm Linda Mitchell of Living Inspired Coaching, which is body-centered coaching and healing. And I'm here today to share something powerfully effective and easy to do that will help you reduce stress, worry, anxiety, and yes, even physical pain. Most people have heard of acupuncture and how it can really help you. So today, I want you to get out your box of straight pins and your pincushion, and I'm going to show you exactly where to stick yourself so you can do a self-acupuncture session. Isn't that great? No, that is a horrible idea. I'm just kidding. For decades, as a licensed massage therapist and life purpose coach, I've been helping people heal, teaching techniques, and sharing solutions. But if you know me or you've worked with me, then you know I also love to use humor in all of my work because it's such a healing and powerful force. So today, I invite you to take it all in, the serious parts and the fun parts, because it's a great way to learn. Today, we're going to focus on a simple yet powerful way to reduce worry and anxiety, two emotions that are widespread and even more prevalent in our current reality. The good news is, once you learn this technique, you can use it for the rest of your life. You can learn more and more about it and go deeper and deeper and use it in all sorts of difficult or challenging life situations. I'm going to teach you a technique called tapping, or EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. And it works much like acupuncture, but no needles are necessary and you never have to feel like a pincushion. Sound good? All right. As I started to say at the outset, I'm Linda Mitchell of Living Inspired, Body-Centered Coaching and Healing, and I have been a certified EFT practitioner since 2007. And I've taught and helped thousands of people achieve more peace, harmony, and pain relief in their lives. And I'm so thrilled to share this with you today as well. So, tapping works for many different issues, but today we're going to focus primarily on anxiety and worry specifically, and learn how to use tapping whenever you find yourself experiencing these emotions. So many of us worry a lot, even about things you cannot change. Can you relate? Or maybe you're experiencing anxiety or panic that feels so uncomfortable and so out of control, but you don't know how to overcome it. You are not alone. If you're looking for a way to relax, stop the negative thoughts in their tracks, you're in the right place. Tapping on various acupuncture points can help you balance your body's energy and overcome worry in just a few seconds, over a few days. In some severe cases, it may take a few weeks. But the research studies show, and now there are hundreds of them, that prove EFT tapping is extraordinarily effective and has long-lasting effects. How about that? A drug-free, side effect-free treatment that costs nothing. The pharmaceutical and medical industries can't make a penny on it. No wonder it's the best-kept secret. So what exactly is EFT? For those of you who have never heard of EFT before, it's a form of physiological acupressure used to treat a wide range of emotions and physical problems. It is a relatively new discovery, and because of that, it's been overlooked for a lot of years. But now, more and more, it's becoming very accepted and very much used. It's basically a tapping sequence, which helps release blockages within your physical and energetic systems, so you can start living a more harmonious, peaceful, and enjoyable life. You will need to use your fingers to tap on the skin where your energy meridians are located. So if you want to pause this and go wash your hands, please go right ahead. Don't worry, it's a completely safe and pain-free treatment that's easy to practice right at home. It's a self-empowering technique, which is why I love it so much. Let's discover how it works. Many people I introduce this to at first say, sounds great, but does it really work? Although it's a relatively new discovery, only a few decades old, it draws on science from Eastern modalities that have been around for over 5,000 years. These discoveries are becoming more and more popular even among Western health practitioners here in the U.S. You know, Albert Einstein professed over 100 years ago, everything is energy, including our bodies. EFT focuses on working with that energy to achieve physical and emotional well-being. Very important. EFT works to eliminate the hidden negative emotions in our bodies that cause disruptions in our physical systems. As a licensed massage therapist for over 18 years, I always say our unresolved emotions and issues land in our tissues. It's so true. The body never lies. Our physical bodies are the outward representation of our inner landscape. And by that I mean, our thoughts, feelings, beliefs become our physical reality. So when you feel you want more control in your life or you're feeling out of control, that often lands in the neck. When you're feeling a lot of responsibility or obligation, that pressure lands in your shoulders. And I always say to people, you're shooting on yourself. Stop shooting on yourself. This is what I mean when I say our issues land in our tissues. In the short time since its introduction by Gary Craig back in the 1990s, EFT has provided thousands of people with relief from all kinds of conditions, often in a very surprisingly quick time frame. Many, but certainly not all of the conditions that are helped by EFT are listed on this slide. I have seen so many people go through a long and painful process of searching for more traditional solutions and then finally find help through EFT. So why not choose EFT first? I mean, it's easy to do. There's no special equipment needed. It's non-invasive, no pin cushions, no needles. It's easy to learn and can be self-applied. Many people get instant relief. It can be used to treat a wide variety of problems. There's so many great reasons to use it. When practiced regularly, it will even provide long-lasting results and even permanent results. We'll do an EFT tapping treatment specifically for stress, anxiety, and worry today. Recent research has shown that EFT significantly increases positive emotions such as hope and enjoyment and decreases negative emotional states like anxiety, worry, stress, tension, pain. EFT is particularly powerful for treating stress and anxiety because it specifically targets your amygdala and hippocampus, which are the parts of the brain that help you decide whether or not something is a threat. Well, and now you've all heard of the fight, flight, or freeze response, right? That's your brain's response to a threat, a difficult emotion, a difficult situation or event. So many mood and behavior problems, anxiety disorders, and stress situations can be addressed safely and effectively with EFT. You can teach your body to relax and teach it to react more calmly to the unavoidable stressors of everyday life. Before we do a session, let me familiarize you with the steps, and then we'll jump in and do a round of tapping. Sound good? The first thing we always do before beginning any tapping sequence is to tune into the stress, tension, anxiety, worry, or physical discomfort you're experiencing and rate that level of discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10. I ask you to either write down your number or just make a mental note of it, because after a round or two of tapping, we're going to tune in again and rate your level again. If it's down to an acceptable level, great. If not, you simply do another round of tapping. All right, great. Step 1. Step 1 is called the setup statement. It's meant to help your body's energy focus on what needs to be healed. It doesn't take long, but it is a critical part. We don't focus on it to amplify it, but we focus on it, the discomfort, because we need to really acknowledge it before we can eliminate or lessen it. There's another phrase that my clients always hear me saying, and that is, what we resist persists. And it's so true. We can't fix that which we ignore or sweep under the carpet, right? So the first thing we need to do is to identify and acknowledge the issue. The setup statement sounds something like this, and I invite you to personalize it for whatever's going on in your own body. Here's the statement. Even though I have this blank, fill in that blank with the problem that you want to address, even though I have this worry and anxiety, I completely accept myself just as I am. Make sure you put some emotion into that affirming statement and try to really believe in it. If you find it difficult, you can say this instead. Even though I have this anxiety and worry, it's safe to completely accept myself just as I am. And I encourage you to say it slowly, using a pause between each time you repeat it. Then we have step 2. Step 2 is called the tapping sequence. This is where the actual tapping itself comes in. So you use your middle and index fingers. Some people like to use all 4 fingers. You'll see me doing it both. You could use whichever hand is comfortable for you. As you tap on each point, we're going to be talking through what you're feeling. For today, just follow along and repeat each statement as I say it, and you'll easily get the hang of it. So, as I said, use either hand, whichever is more comfortable, and you can switch back and forth. So I want to show you each of the points first. It may take a few rounds to learn the sequence, but you'll be moving from your eyebrow downward, so it's really not too difficult to remember. And again, you're going to follow along as I do it. The first point is the karate chop point. It's located on the fleshy outside portion of your hand between the top of the wrist and the bottom of the pinky finger. That's your karate chop point. Then we have the inside of the eyebrow, located just above the nose where the eyebrow starts, to the side of the eye. Then we have the outside of the eye point, located on the bone along the corner of the eye. I'm actually going to take my glasses off for this. So then we have the under the eye point. That's located an inch under the pupil. Also, below the nose, located in the area between your nose and upper lip, right here. Under the mouth, I call it the chin point. You'll hear when I'm tapping, I'll call it the chin point. It's located below your bottom lip and above your chin. Then we have the collarbone point. This is an important point, located where your collarbone and first rib meet. To find it, locate that U-shaped indentation at the bottom of your throat. That would be where a man knots his tie. And then move down about an inch and to the side about an inch. And because we're tapping and we're not using acupuncture needles, you're sure to hit the right point. There's a whole lot of points here. It's really rich with important points, so tap away. Then we have the under the arm point, which is about 4 inches under the armpit. For a woman, it's about where your bra strap would be. And then the last point is the top of the head, just like it sounds, right on the top of the crown. Now there are also points on the fingers, on the tips of the fingers, and other parts of the body, but in the interest of time, I'm only going to teach you the most important and most impactful ones today. This illustration shows you all the major points that we'll use today in one image. Now, if anyone wants a copy of this for your personal use, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to share it with you. It's a great resource. All right, each time you tap on a point, you're going to say a phrase, and for this exercise, you'll be just repeating after me. So I'll speak slowly, and I'm going to leave a short pause for you to repeat. The phrases are a shorter version of your setup statement that we begin with, and really, these statements are simply talking frankly about the problem that you're trying to deal with, said without fear. You need to keep in mind that even though you're having this problem, you're still an amazing being, and you can fully accept yourself just as you are. I'm going to lead you with some phrases that you can use, and then feel free, please, to add your own words as well. The result? It's a great one. After you've done the sequence of tapping, take a deep breath and just concentrate on your feelings. I'll walk you through this. Really tune into how you feel. You should feel a subtle sense of relief. Some people experience a profound sense of relief. You'll just tune in and give it a number, and then you compare it to the number you started with before the exercise to see where you are at now. You might want to repeat the tapping sequence again for even better results, and then check in with yourself again. Usually this exercise helps people get an instant sense of relief. For some, it's immediate and long-lasting, and for others, if it doesn't banish the stress completely at first, you definitely will get more long-lasting results when you start practicing EFT regularly. Tapping for anxiety and worry really does work. So let's give it a try right now. No needles, no side effects, and no copays. All right, I'm going to show you the illustration of the points again really quickly now. There are 9 major points on the head, face, and torso, but don't feel like you need to memorize them. As we tap together, you can simply watch me and follow along as you listen and repeat the phrases I say. It's much easier than you think. Okay, time to tune in. Get comfortable, decide what you want to focus on. Is it worry, anxiety, stress, tension, pain? Choose one and give it a number on that scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not very bothersome and 10 indicating a very serious, intense level. All right. Great. Write your number down or make a mental note of it before we begin. Fantastic. All right, let's start by tapping on the karate chop point. And just follow along. Repeat what I say, and if you want to personalize it, please feel free to add your own words. That is really great too. Repeat after me. Even though I feel all of this anxiety and worry in my body, I love and accept myself just as I am. Even though I feel all this stress, anxiety, and worry in my body, I love and accept myself just as I am. Great. Now we're going to move to the inside of the eyebrow point. Repeat after me. All this stress, all this worry outside of the eye. This stress and this worry is making me so anxious. Under the eye. Sometimes the worry consumes me. I find myself worrying about so many things. Under the nose. I can't stop worrying. Chin point. Even though I try not to, sometimes I find myself worrying all the time. Collar point. Left, right, or even both sides. All this worry and anxiety. It's really upsetting. It's making me fearful, and I don't know how to control it. Under the arm. This worry and anxiety, it's so hard to deal with. Top of the head. All this worry and anxiety. Sometimes it feels overwhelming. Inside of the eyebrow. I really hate that it controls me. Outside of the eye. This worry and anxiety. Sometimes it just consumes me. Under the eye. It feels like a reflex. Sometimes I worry without even realizing it. Under the nose. Almost like it's a part of my daily routine. Like I can't control it. Chin point. It feels like people are always telling me to stop worrying. But that's not always so easy to do. Collarbone. And I don't want to feel this way anymore. Under the arm. I want to control my life. Instead of letting worry and anxiety and fear control me. Top of the head. All this worry. It's exhausting. Inside of the eye. It just feels like it's a regular part of my life. Outside of the eye. But I know I can take control if I put my mind to it. Under the eye, I can step up and take control. Under the nose. Then worry doesn't have to consume me anymore. Chin point. I can choose different thoughts and create a different outcome for my life. Collarbone. Yes, I know it's true. 70% of what we worry about never comes to pass. Under the arm. That's a lot of wasted energy. Inside of the eye. Besides, science has proven now what we think about comes about. Outside of the eye. What we focus on expands. Under the eye. Where thoughts go, energy flows. Under the nose. What we give energy to becomes our actual reality. This is scientifically proven, so I can believe it. Chin point. What I want in my life, in my reality, is to worry less. To have less anxiety and stress. Collarbone. What I want in my reality is a better outcome. Better than all the things I imagine when I'm worrying. Those worrisome thoughts only create more stress and make things worse. Under the arm. So that means I need to envision a different outcome. Top of the head. That means I need to imagine a different and better outcome whenever I begin to worry. Inside of the eye. I can make a difference. I can make a conscious choice. A different choice. outside of the eye. A more positive choice. Under the eye. And I will focus on that instead of focusing on the worst case scenario. Under the nose. Yes, that feels much better. I'll give that some energy. I'll give those positive outcomes my focus. Chin point. That's where I'll focus my time and energy, on the positive outcomes. Collarbone point. What I focus on expands. I'm going to focus on a more positive outcome and see that happening in my mind's eye. Under the arm. I can create my own reality. And what I focus on expands in my actual physical world. Top of the head. Why worry about something or someone and send all that negative energy their way? That will just create more fear for both of us. Inside of the eyebrow. Instead, I'm going to send them love, good energy, and positive thoughts for the outcome that I want to see happen outside of the eye. That will create a more positive outcome around the issue I'm worrying about. That's so much more empowering. Under the eye. Yes, they can feel the positive energy coming from me. That's so much better for me and for them or the situation at hand. Under the nose. Instead of sending them negative energy, I'm going to empower them, almost like a prayer to send them good energy. Under the chin. I can do this. Collarbone. That's a much better way to spend my time and energy. Under the arm. Yes, right now, I'm going to think about the situation I'm worried about. And instead of worrying about the worst outcome, top of the head, I'm going to envision the best outcome. Now I want you to take a moment to really envision that best outcome. Great. Inside of the eye. This is the outcome that I want from the situation I'm concerned about. Outside of the eye. This is what I want to see happen. Under the eye. That's a much better outcome. I can focus on that. Under the nose. I can spend my focus and my energy on a much better, more positive outcome. Under the chin. Ah, that feels better. I can see that happening in my mind's eye. Collarbone. What a relief. This feels so much better. Now, back to the karate chop point. This is a much better outcome. This is what I want to focus on. Anytime I worry, I can stop myself in my tracks and choose a more positive outcome. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, allow it to be an audible sigh. Excellent. Fantastic. How does that feel? I want you to tune into your body right now and just close your eyes, take a breath. Tune in and see how your body feels, and I invite you to rate the issue that you were tapping on, and now give it a number to identify the level of discomfort after this short exercise, and notice what the difference is from your original number. Has your experience created more lightness? Has your tapping reduced your stress and created more ease? For most people, the answer is yes. For some, an additional round or two is necessary to get there, and that's okay. The more you do this, the faster you'll get results, and the more frequently you'll get positive results, and the easier it will be to maintain those good results. Great job. You got this. Congratulations. If you would like more information, other guided tapping sequences on this or other topics and issues, more personalized attention, instruction, or if you simply have questions, you can contact me and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions you have or send you any of the information I talked about, maybe the chart of points, the studies I referenced, or anything that you would like to help you feel better. Just email me at linda@livinginspiredcoaching.com. That's linda@livinginspiredcoaching.com. Or you can simply text or contact me at 201-788-9318. I would be honored to answer your questions, help you in any way to help you heal, feel freer, better, and more peaceful. Be well and have an inspired day. Thanks for joining me.